Hi, I'm Marissa from the Vancouver office.
And hi, I'm Fallon from the San Francisco office.
We're both fellows here in Beijing, going on our 6 months as part of the program, and wanted to tell you a little bit about what it was like to be here.
Yeah, both being from North America and both transferring to China, we thought we'd be able to give you two different perspectives about what that jump's been like.
Yeah. So let's talk about the first week. What was that like for you?
The first week was a little crazy. I landed and I started work the very next day. But to be honest, I think that was a really good way to shake off a lot of the jet lag, and it was really exhilarating to get a chance to meet the team that I'd been thinking about for months after I learned I had gotten the fellowship. So it was a good start.
Yeah.
What about you?
My first week was definitely very crazy as well. It was loud, it was noisy, I didn't really know what to expect, but everybody in the office was very friendly and welcoming, and it hasn't changed since then, so that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now you have that first week well under your belt. You're in your 6th month almost.
Mm-hmm.
What's changed? What have you learned?
I think I'm a lot more comfortable being in Beijing, being in China, just day-to-day living, crossing the street, taking the subway. I'm also really learning how to work with a smaller team, so I think that's been definitely a growing process for me. And a good learning to take home is just how to work with a team that you've never really met before and how to build it up from the bottom.
Absolutely.
How about you?
I think just getting more comfortable with the office. You know, when you first get here, it's that initial just shock, but now I feel like I have a better understanding for the way that the office runs, and also just making sure that I wear my international hat every day that I come to the office, and you know, I get exciting opportunities to work with everyone from back home in the United States to people in Canada or Singapore or London, and that's been a shift for me, and I've really enjoyed that.
Cool. Any big professional or personal challenges?
Professionally, I think it was just getting used to the language a little bit. You know, working in Chicago at first with Edelman, and then San Francisco, it was all English all the time. And here, there's a lot of Chinese naturally. I'm in China. So just getting used to sometimes having to be patient and be smart about my word choice to make sure that I'm very clearly communicating with people. And then personally, I'm a vegetarian, and meat is a big proponent of the Chinese diet. So just kind of navigating those waters a little bit. My Chinese is very, very rough, but I very early on learned jiga yo roma, which means does this have meat, to kind of understand what I can and can't eat. What about you?
Professionally, you know, it's funny, not language here, really working with a brand new team in a practice that was still under development. So building up our team bottom up, people were new to Edelman, new to China, new to public affairs, getting the tools ready and learning how we can all work together. So I think we've come to a really good point where we're developing a very strong practice.
Absolutely.
And then personally, I would say just knowing about my surroundings more, understanding the way culture works, the day-to-day happenings, politics. So it's really important to read the paper every day, stay in tune with what's going on in your home country, but just absorb as much as you can about China. Take Chinese lessons and just walk around and explore.
Absolutely, that makes a lot of sense. Well, as you've said, you've gotten your team up and running a little bit. What's been some of your best accomplishments so far?
I think something I'm most proud of is helping Edelman China win gold for Campaign Agency of the Year. That was a big thing for the company as a whole, and really helping to develop the PA team with the IP and our tools and our templates. We got our first newsletter out the door the night that the leadership change ended in China, or in Beijing, so that was very interesting. And then just helping to participate in a few new business pitches and watch everyone grow.
Absolutely, for sure.
How about you?
For me, it was actually pretty exciting. I had the opportunity to be a part of Shanghai Pegasus' new business win for the American car company Cadillac. They had won a new piece of business, and I got brought on, and we took 30 Chinese journalists on a road trip of the U.S. West Coast from Los Angeles to Napa Valley to demonstrate the innovation the car gleans from the U.S. West Coast. So it was just an amazing marriage of the life that I had just left and the new life that I was beginning to build, and being able to kind of learn so much so quickly about international media relations, but also be comfortable a little bit on my home turf. So it was a great way to kind of kick off my fellowship.
Cool. Any advice for anyone?
I think my biggest piece of advice is we talk so much about license to lead in the PR business, but I think it's also to remember that applies to your career as well, and you have the license to lead it. I was very, very lucky to have amazing mentors in the San Francisco office, but it took me raising my hand and saying, hey, I want to go abroad, and I will do it in whatever form or fashion. And they really championed that goal of mine, and here I am in China, and I have them to thank, but I also know that it was really putting my hand up and offering to kind of put myself out there.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say this was advice I received before coming here. Keep an open mind, stay flexible.
Yeah.
You know, you're definitely out of your comfort zone, but if you just roll with it, you'll learn more than you expect, and you'll probably excel. And to really soak it up and be present in what's going on, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that really has the potential to change your life.
Absolutely. I think that's really good advice. Well,
So that's it.
yeah.
So thank you for listening to us, and we hope that we gave you lots of insight around what it's like to work in China, coming from North America.
Yeah, absolutely. And 再见.
Bye-bye.